Alright, what's up YouTube, M40? We are here with the third place from NLG. Sorry Warfield, you got fourth, buddy. This is the Scharhrot deck profile. If you guys are as baffled as we are about how this deck does any good, well, here we are here with our own Chris Googleine. Googly Moogly.
Googly Moogly.
He doesn't want to talk right now, because he's too scared. Alright.
Alright.
Okay, fine.
So we have our new Scharhrot, grade 3. It's really good they made him not a counterblast anymore.
Thanks for introducing us. Thank God he's not a counter. What does he do?
On stride, he soul charges 2, and then if you have 4 or more cards in your soul with darkness, your opponent chooses one of his rear guards to retire, and then on Vanguard rearguard, when he attacks, if you have darkness, he gains 5. If you have 10 or more cards in soul, he gains 5k, and your opponent cannot guard his attack with grade 0s.
What you guys didn't see was that shit grin he gave me when I asked him what his avatar did.
Avatar?
Stand up, my avatar.
Basically, he's a 16k Silent Tom.
Yeah, I know, he's pretty fucking good.
And then 2 Glens and Vampires for the deck thinning. On call, check top 5 for any number of darkness units, put them in your soul, rest them bottom deck in any order.
Pudding.
He also has a Vanguard skill. It's not relevant.
The best part about all this is Scharhrot loves putting his pudding where it don't belong.
Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Best grade 2 in the deck. Demented Executioner. The deck thins you 1 card from your deck, and then can also hit for a number if need be for a counterblast. So on call, check top 7, put a darkness unit from the top 7 into your soul, shuffle your deck.
I need this problem.
The deck then literally wins you the game.
It's insane, as they would say.
I love deck thin.
I love deck then too.
And then counterblast 1 gains 5k if you have 10 or more, 2k if you have 6 or more. 2 Brennan Vampire. He's only really there for the big power boost he gains, and then he just goes away. So counterblast 1 on attack, he gains 1k for every card in soul, if you have a Scharhrot Vanguard. And then he moves into the soul, and you draw 1 card. So he removes himself from the field, gaining an extra soul, and drawing a card. 2 Coveted Succubus. Counterblast 1 when placed on rearguard. Soul charge 1. If you have 6 or more, countercharge 10 or more, draw 2 cards, discard 1. She's there for the mainly for the darkness skill, and for the hand cycling.
I feel like to play this deck you have to be a really angry person.
Okay.
Soul charging your triggers really sucks, asshole.
No, it doesn't. Not anymore. Then 3 Flying Librarian. On call, soul charge 2, draw a card, and countercharge 1. She's basically free for free soul charge. 4 Closet Balloon.
Yeah, I got that joke.
So when he's placed on Guardian Circle, normal PG skill, but if you have another one of him in your soul and you have 10 or more cards in your soul, which is not hard, you get to draw a card. Basically keeps your hand up while you're also PGing an attack. One of the stupidest grade 1s they ever gave Dark Irregulars, Were Tiger Jaeger. He has 3 separate skills. His first skill is if he's ever put into the soul by an effect, you can counterblast 1, draw a card.
Which is fucking stupid because it's not fucking GB restricted.
None of it is GB restricted. Also, counterblast 1, choose a card from your hand, discard it. You soul charge 1, and then if you have 10 or more cards in your hand, or 10 or more cards in your soul, add this card back to your hand. And then, if you have 2 or more units with the darkness ability in your soul, you can pitch them to stride for free. So you literally have 6 stride fodders in the deck now. The most stupidest grade 1 I've ever had in the deck. Listic Vampire. whenever it's put to the Guardian Circle, you can take one card from your hand, move it to your soul, and then choose any normal unit from your soul. Oh, Stride Fodder or Perfect Guard. Add it back to your hand. As long as you have a Vanguard with Darkness. And then...
Darkness!
Then 2 regular Stride Fodders to have the 6 different Stride Fodders.
Do you want a hot goth girlfriend?
No. Best starter we got right now, Deranged Singular. For games 2 and 3 on the, I can't think of the name. The Dominate matchup, you switch off into Enigmatic Assassin. But Darkness, on boost he gains 2k.
Darkness!
So he's 7k booster, that's not GB. And then the best skill, on stride, move him into soul along with all your grade 1 or higher to draw 2 cards. So it literally nets you advantage. And even if you just have this on the board, he just moves to the soul and draws 2 cards. 2 Enigmatic Assassin. I was originally playing 4, but I decided to take it down to 2 because I want to not have as many Enigmatic Assassins in the soul and or field for Bledimus, because I don't want these going back to the deck. They're literally there for the 1 turn before Bledimus. I just keep calling over. So Darkness, at the beginning of your attack step, before you choose your target to attack, you can call her out, and then if you have 10 or more cards in the soul, she gains 5. Is it 10 or is it 6? Yeah, if it's 10, she gains 5, and then if you have 15, she gains 10 more. So she's a 20k either booster or attacker, which can literally save you games. On to the triggers. For One-Eyed Succubus, for the for Scharhrot, power and draw. Also getting triggers into soul is not a bad thing anymore because of Bledimus. For Dark Knight.
Darkness!
Yep, Darkness.
I'm a vampire.
Next, for Monochrome of Nightmare Land. Most stupidest card in the deck.
Darkness!
Most stupidest.
Most stupidest. I love
Whatever.
proper grammar. Darkness!
Literally, it makes your entire deck free. Everything is a Counterblast 1, and then Act Skill on Rearguard, move it back to the deck. Soul Charge 1, and then if you have 6, you Countercharge. 10, you draw a card. So it replaces itself and countercharges while giving you an extra soul. Literally, you don't even have to worry about counterblasting to draw a card for Jaeger because you just countercharge them away with your cat. I was originally running a 2-2 split with 2 cat and 2 of the werecat. That Darkness gains 5k shield and power, and then if it guarded an attack and didn't hit, it goes into soul. But I just figured 4 monochromes was the best way to go. And
Darkness! Monochrome!
And then 4 of the Vincent Heal trigger, because it is actually really important to get these back into your soul with your G-Guard.
Alright, well, now onto the stride deck.
Play the 1 Steeped in Sin Scharhrot. I never went into him, but there are the situations where you want to go into him to retire your opponent's entire board. So on attack, Darkness, Counterblast 1, move all of your cards into Soul, gain 10,000. If you have 10 or more in Soul, you retire your opponent's board, and then if you have 15 or more, your opponent cannot use Sentinels to guard his attack. If you know your opponent has a lot of Sentinels and doesn't have enough to guard the 36, and you can retire his entire board, it's really, really good. 4 of Ledimus, the new best stride we have. It allows the deck to compress down to nothing but triggers. So Counterblast 1, Unflip 1 with the same card name. Choose 2 cards from your hand, move them into Soul. Then choose all of your grade 0s in your Soul and on your rear guard. Return them into your deck. And then choose 2 units to give 5,000 power. And then after the battle he attacked, he restands with drive -2. So it's basically 4 drive checks. But just compressing down and recycling your deck wins you the game. Still run 2 Abominable 1 because he still wins you the game. Unflip, he gains 10,000 power. Your opponent cannot guard grade 1 or higher from hand, and then he gains +1 critical. Basically, the glory with the crit is the best part about him. Your best first stride now. Sorrowful Slice Laros. Counterblast 1, choose a card from your G zone, turn it face up. You'll always flip with the breeze. There's nothing better to flip. You Soul Charge 3, and then you check those 3 cards. For each grade that you Soul Charge by the effect, you choose 1 unit to give 5,000 power, and then if you Soul Charge a unit with Darkness out of those 3, you get to choose a grade 3 from your Soul, add it back to your hand. So you get your Glenzen Vampire back, or the Scharhrot to become a rearguard Silent Tom. 1 Mask of Demonic Frenzy. He's mainly in here if your opponent denies you Counterblast on your first stride. Everything requires Counterblast except Gil and Mask and your GB8, but he's mainly there for your first stride if you don't have any Counterblast. Sorry, but what he does on attack, Darkness, Soul Charge 2, and then if the attack hits, your opponent chooses a rearguard to retire, and then if you have 15 more cards in Soul, he gains 1,000 power for every card in Soul until the end of the battle. Next, 1 GB8. I never went into it. I had the chance to once, but I never went into it. Mainly just because I think it's just meh. Because you have to literally have God board set up, as well as God soul set up. Because I hear having enigmatic assassins that come out and swing for 33k 2 crit is really, really good. But it basically gives, if you have 13 cards in soul, or for every 13 card, every set of 13 cards, your front row gets 13,000 and +1 critical. But you'll never get more than, like, 18.
Unless you're playing Amon.
Unless you're playing Amon or Bladewing. 1 Seabreeze. I went into it 2-3 times. Usually 1 every time I went into it. It basically just enables your stuff like the normal. If your opponent doesn't ride to grade 3, it really puts them at a disadvantage, and then your Demented Executioners are basically able to hit for 9k. Now for the G-Guards. Your best G-Guard, your Vincent. Like I said, the reason we're playing the Vincent heal trigger is if you use the Vincent heal trigger to call your Vincent G-Guard, your Vincent heal trigger is into Soul, and with Ledimus, the next turn you more than likely just put it back into your Soul, or back into your deck. So reoccurring heal triggers seems good. But His skill, unflip a G-Guard, unflip a G-Guard, soul charge 1, and then for every 5 cards in your soul, he gains 5,000 shield. So, gotta remember to always use your Vincent heal trigger before this, because if you have 13 cards in soul, this puts you at 14, and then his soul charge will put you at 15. So he basically just gets big. What the fuck is this guy's name? Sabnak? The new G-Guard, I don't like it. It's only when your opponent's Vanguard attacks your Vanguard that you can use it. If it was rearguard to Vanguard, I would love it. But basically, Counterblast 1, if you have 10 or more cards in Soul, this unit gets 5k, and then choose one of your Vanguards, it gets 5k until end of turn. So it does get your Vanguard up to 16k, but that's not really relevant. Nighttime Gentleman Saint Germain. He's mainly just a flip fodder for Vincent, because Vincent gets higher numbers than him. And then if you ride to 3 first, normally this is your first G-Guard. Acrobat, your basic G-Guard basically just soul charges 2 and gains 5,000 power.
Other than that, anything else about the deck?
Gotta watch your... Obviously you gotta watch your deck. You don't have any draw triggers, so you don't have to worry about hitting a draw to deck yourself out. But basically, if you go to your Guild Array turn and you soul charge too much, you can get yourself down to 1 card in deck, and then they end their turn and you just lose. But as long as you watch your deck and know when you have to go into this versus anything else, you should be fine.
Coolio. Well, there you go, YouTube. That is Scharhrot, 3rd place. And the one that's on the channel that's been kicking everybody's ass. So, have a good night.
That's not all, card fighters. Please subscribe for more Cardfight Vanguard content. Please remember to check out imcol40 for Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and please check out imcolgames.com, my store, along with No Limit Gaming, NLGTCG.com for all of your guys' trading card game needs as well. Until next time, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. Later.